Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how to do your make one right stitch now. So there's only a slight difference between a make one right and a make one left. And you're going to be using your left hand needle, and you see this section here. Oops. So this little line here, this is called the ladder, and it's in between your two stitches, right? So it's from the row below, it's in between your two stitches. You're going to take your left hand needle and go into the back, from the back to the front. Now you're going to knit this front leg. So it's a bit awkward, it's a bit tight. I'm pulling up my stitch a little bit there with my fingernail, and that creates an extra stitch. It's a knit one right, make one right. So then I'm going to show you what happens if you don't. So if I was to pick up this stitch and knit into the back of it instead of knitting into the front, what happens is you get this hole in your work. And you can see here, now if I go on one more stitch, you can see the first one I made has no hole in it, and this one has a hole. So you don't want to make that hole. So what you're going to do is, when you do your make one, find the ladder, use your left hand needle, pick up the stitch from back to front, and then you have to knit that front stitch and twist it. I'll show you one more time. Back to front, and knit through that front stitch, and it's really tight. Just to make it nice and confusing for you. Here you can see. Can you see? So I'm knitting that stitch. Let me do one more. And you can refer back to this video as often as you have to, sorry, from back to front. The way that I remember whether it's a make one right or make one left, they're slightly different. So in the make one right, I'm going back to front. So I always say to myself, I'm going to be right back. So that's how I remember that it's the back stitch. And knit that stitch. And that's how you do your make one rights.